Okay, moms, dads, hi. Sheriff M here. Now let's get to the age-old question that everybody has: what to do with all this leftover turkey and all the fixings from Thanksgiving? I got the perfect recipe that you guys are gonna love. Your kids are gonna love it, and you can even take if you got enough turkey left over and stuff. You can actually add make more stuffing the way I showed earlier in the video. You got a big bowl of gravy. You can, make extra. When you're making your turkey, make a big turkey. Make a lot of potatoes. Make a lot of stuffing, gravy, and everything. Okay? Make a lot of it. So you can put some of this. You can take this recipe and take and freeze it. Think a week before Christmas, you guys can have yourselves a nice, uh, is what I call it, Thanksgiving turkey casserole. Okay, and this is your first step. Okay, now this is your first step to your uh, turkey casserole. You take your stuffing and you put it down on the bottom of a pan. Okay. Give it, spread it evenly over the pan. Okay. Over the bottom of the pan. My mom taught me this recipe uh, back when I was younger and was doing the whole new family home Thanksgivings. She told me what to do with all these leftovers, and I'll tell you, it was a great idea. Okay, now let me get a spoon, a serving spoon here. Okay, now I always mix my green beans and the corn. I always mix it together. Okay, um, put I just sprinkle it over top of the first layer. Okay, and I take my mashed potatoes. All right over top of the corn and green beans. All right. Now a lot of people say that ain't gonna work with the green beans. That like my dad did. My dad said, "What? Why are you putting green beans in that and your corn in that?" Well, because actually it completes the taste, and it helps get rid of the extra corn. And there are people out there who are struggling to survive. All right, put a little bit more over top of a little bit more green beans and corn over top of that. Okay, all right. Now is what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to take and just use all the excess turkey. You know, you don't have to use the big hunks of leftover turkey. You know, uh, I wouldn't suggest putting the skin in it because, well, just because the skin is I don't think eating skin is too healthy, but a lot of people love it. All right. See this big old piece of turkey breast right here? You can just take that turkey breast and put that away for a whole nother meal itself. Okay. If you have a whole turkey breast, okay, there you go. But you see all this extra meat and say the wings. Uh, let's see here. That's a piece of skin. And just sprinkle it over top of all that. Okay. Okay, got all this meat right here. I mean, when you go on to take your turkey and debone it, you find that there's a lot of meat left over in that. Okay. Okay. Let's take dish. Oh, that's good meat. I mean, just because it's down inside the little crevices of the turkey doesn't mean it's not no good. Okay, now everybody's favorite part of the turkey. Whoa. Okay, where's it at? Where is that wishbone? Well, huh. Okay. I do not see a wishbone. Just you can put big chunks of meat in there, put some small chunks of meat in there. Just make sure it's above that mashed potatoes is nice. And what the heck? The heck? There's no wishbone. What are they doing? They taking wishbones out of turkeys now? I mean, you guys just see me take this whole thing apart. Okay, you got all your bones. No? Okay. Oh, it's, no, that's a rib. Okay. Well, hey, I got a turkey without a wishbone. Okay. Now, I always try to save at least one leg to add to this casserole because, you know, legs are just really good meat. And try not to dry your turkey out, all right? So while you're cooking your turkey and you're going to that stage of basting your turkey, you know that little flap of skin in between the leg and the body of the turkey? Puncture a little tiny hole in that skin, all right? And when you take and baste that turkey, take that baster and stick it in that little hole in between the leg and the body of the turkey, and it'll keep your turkey moist throughout the cooking of it. Okay, trust me, it really does work. Okay. My mom, back in the day, she used to take and have this way she would cook her turkey is she would put it in a brown paper bag, all right, and it would keep your turkey moist. And she was right. Man, my mom made the moistest of turkeys. Until when I was taking and preparing turkey Thanksgiving dinners for my family, my home family, my kids and my wife. Um, one one year I tried that paper bag deal, and we had an electric oven. So if you got an electric oven, I suggest you do not do this because what happened was the electric coils inside the oven caught the paper bag on fire. So I had to go in 4 or 5 different stores just to find a turkey. I was lucky to find it too. But I got another turkey going, and luckily we had a farm in our area that was selling fresh turkeys, and they saved the day for that year. Okay, now once you get all the turkey up on top of there like that, you're gonna want to take and put another layer. Who you talking to? I'm talking to my phone. I'm doing a video. Okay, now once you get all the layers, you got your layer of stuffing down the bottom, a layer of corn and green beans, and if you got carrots are good. Basically, whatever leftovers you have, put it in this, okay? Except cranberries, because you know that's just not gonna work. Cranberries, I don't even cook cranberries anymore because nobody likes them. But once you get that like that, then you just want to take your leftover, the rest of your leftover stuffing, all right, and then you got all your stuffing still inside your turkey here. Okay, you want to break that up. Okay. It's still hot. Okay, so I'm trying to break that up real good. Okay. Now spread it around so that you're completely covered up. The stuff in here is a little bit more stuff right here. Okay. Okay, now let me go wash my hands real quick. Okay, now and there you have your Thanksgiving turkey casserole. All right, but there is one last step. Now that you got all this good stuff in here, turkey dries out. And in order to make your turkey casserole not dry out, you take this gravy, pour it right over top, just like that. Mm-hmm. And there you have your turkey casserole. Now I like to put pepper on it. You can put a little salt on it, but I don't use salt too much in my cooking. Kind of cholesterol, but you can if that's what you like. Okay, and that's the recipe. This recipe is great for, say, an entree to your Christmas dinner. All right, if you cook ham during Christmas, you can take this out of the freezer a couple days before, day before, and let it thaw out. And pop it in the oven. And moms, anytime you can take and you can make it up into a whole. If you're a single mother or a single father, you can make it up into smaller pans, just big enough for you and your kids. You can make 3 of those smaller pans, pop them away. Mom, perfect ideas for quick, easy dinners. And your husbands, if they go out deer hunting, if they go out of state deer hunting, like my father does, pack a couple of these and a couple of these smaller ones, in the bottom of his cooler, if they use dry ice, or if they got electric coolers, whatever. You don't want to get saturated with water, but a lot of people are using those electric coolers now, which are pretty cool. Now the only thing left to do with this one is to take and cover it up, and I always use plastic wrap. I always use plastic wrap. All right, start it off going like that. Bring it down to the far end. Okay. All right. I like how it's got the. Okay. There we go. I know a lot of people use that foil, but I don't like to freeze in foil. It's just it's just a personal preference. Okay. I use 3 layers of that because these things, these economy size don't take in. Okay. Now, take that, right into the freezer. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Like I said, it's quick, easy, simple, great for those hectic holidays where you don't really have a lot of time to take and prepare full meals for your families. This is a full meal in itself. And then you can always make biscuits for the side and a little bit of gravy extra, so that you can if you think it's got a little too dry, you can always add a little bit more gravy to it. Gravy's not hard to use. You can use stock, flour, and a little bit of milk. Bring the stock up to a boil. Add some flour to it, and a little bit of milk. Keep stirring it, and you got some perfect gravy. But then you can also use the gravy for biscuits and gravy. Southern boys' favorite. And you can also take some leftover turkey, all right, and mix it up in your gravy, all right, and that way, that way you got some chunks of meat in your gravy. It's just all kinds of possibilities you can do with your leftover Thanksgiving meal. For now, I hope you guys enjoy this, and I hope you try it out. And if you liked my recipe, please hit that like button. And not only that, please consider subscribing, because I'm going to be coming up with some more recipes for you parents who don't have the time to take and cook big meals. That's what I'm good at. My kids used to call me the king of leftovers, because I'd say, "Oh, kids, what do you say we have these pork chops that we got left over?" And they'd say, "Nah, I don't want no pork chops." You know how kids are. And I said, "Okay." And they say, "Well, what are we going to have then, Dad?" And I look at them and say, "Well, we'll have Feinzits." And they say to me, "Well, what's Feinzit?" I tell them, I said, "Well, if you don't want me to make my pork chops, then what you finds it, when you finds it, you eats it." And that used to get my kids so bad. But when I would take and God boot them out of the kitchen, I'd say, "I'll call you when dinner's ready." And I'd put together some leftovers, and man, they would just devour them. They said, "Dad, how do you do that?" I says, "Well, all you got to do is think. Leftovers aren't so bad. A lot of people don't like to eat leftovers, but if prepared correctly, they're a meal in themselves." Thanks, and have a great night. Hope to see you guys playing on Fortnite. I'll be there. And I hope you guys enjoy your holidays.